Hi folks, Dave, the Honest Audiophile. This is the Meze Audio 99 Neo, and these are my Honest Audiophile impressions. I want to thank Meze Audio for providing the 99 Neo for review. To greatly appreciate it. Meze Audio, you rock. Alright, so the Meze Audio 99 Neo, this is a over-ear closed-back headphone that will set you back $200 from your bank account. It has 40mm dynamic drivers, and 26 ohms of impedance, 103 decibels sensitivity, and a frequency response range of 15 hertz to 25 kilohertz. And the 99 Neo is akin to the 99 Classic. They both weigh 260 grams, and the only major difference is the 99 Neo is made of ABS plastic, and the 99 Classic is made of wood. The 99 Neo, and it is pretty much built just like the 99 Classic. Same spring steel, and you have a headband that's made of leather. Big ear cups. Kind of wiggles just a little bit. Overall, pretty much looks the same. Only difference is plastic cups instead of wood. You get the 99 Neo in this big huge white box. Some information here on the back and on the sides. And then on the inside you get this nice carrying case. A little bit of Meze branding, hard shell. Very unique looking. Opening it up, and you are greeted with a big huge bed for the headphones to sit in. And they just sit in comfortably, and it holds it perfect. Overall, nice carrying case. It's going to fit in a bag. It's going to protect your 99 Neos. You also get a couple other accessories. You get this airplane adapter thing, which I've never used. But anyways, you also get this bag, a little bit of branding, kind of leatherish type of. And you also get some paperwork. And if you want to stick some stickers all over everything, you get a couple Meze Audio stickers. And then you get this fabric pouch for cable. Overall, it's a nice little pouch, kind of squishes, which would fit in a bag or fits in the carrying case very well. And then the cable, nice and short. It's about 4 foot long, and it's a mix of fabric and rubber. So from the split, which has a little bit of branding on it, all the way to the termination, which is a 3.5, it's fabric. And then you get a 1/4 inch adapter. From the split up into the headphones, which are dual 3.5s, you have this rubber type of feel. The left side has a inline microphone and remote. Overall, I like this cable. Nice and light, short, especially for on-the-go type of use. Headphones, as mentioned, very much similar build to the originals or to the classics, and they are just as comfortable. Sticking them on your head, and they just disappeared. The headband disperses the weight of the 99 Neo very well. One thing that I did notice is they're sensitive to touch. You're going to hear that. Also, when you have the cable plugged in, the cable is somewhat noisy. So I found that to quell that issue, use a shirt clip, and it kind of keeps the cable in place, and it kind of mitigates the sound. But just don't touch your headphones and you'll be fine. Comfort wise, they're pretty good. I can wear these for several hours on end, and the pads do get a little bit on the hot side, especially on hotter days. They are leather, so just be aware of that. As far as ear cup size, they fit over my ears just fine. I have no issues, and then there's just enough wiggle to get a decent seal. But these are not going to really put you in your own little world. These are a headphone that's not really known for being very isolating of outside noises. probably about 50% of outside noises are muffled. Anything loud, vehicles, TVs, vacuum cleaners, coffee grinders, that sort of stuff around the house, you're definitely going to hear it. It's going to be slightly muffled, but it's not going to really put you in your own little world. Carrying on conversation, all you have to do is pause your music, and you can carry on a conversation with somebody. And if you listen really quietly, you might not even have to pause your music. They are that not that very good at, and that was a good sentence. They're not very good at isolating you from the outside world. All right, so the 99 Neo from Meze Audio is fairly easy to drive, being 26 ohms of impedance and 103 decibels sensitivity. I found that the 99 Neo was able to get to very, very loud volumes on dongles, DAPs, and desktop. There was no problems whatsoever with any of the gear that I tested it on, all the dongles that I use, and my 2 DAPs, which are the Hibby R5 Gen 2 and the Sony NWA105, and then desktop gear, which you see here behind me. It all powered it with ease, and then, as I mentioned, anything with dongles. The nice thing that is included is the inline microphone. If you use those on a portable use, which I really do not use, but I did test it, and it worked very well with the various dongles that I used. So that is a nice touch as well. No problems, no complaints whatsoever. How do the Meze Audio 99 Neo sound? So the Neo has a similar-ish type of sound to the 99 Classic. They are siblings after all, and you're going to notice some similarities. The bass is very engaging, it's fun, it's got a lot of impact, a lot of punch, a lot of slam, a lot of kick. Sub bass has some nice rumble and grumble, and overall it's just a very engaging listen when it comes to the bass. If you are a air drummer, or your toes tap quite a bit, you're going to find that the 99 Neo is going to activate that for you. It is a very fun bass. It has nice tonality to it. Overall, it sounds very similar-ish to replicating live instruments, and overall it's just a very engaging and immersive type of bass with okay details and resolution. I find that the upper bass and the main bass kind of can get a little bit bloated, a little confused, muddled, and jumbled together, especially on more heavy hitting bass tracks and also more complex tracks. And also the upper bass does bleed into the lower mids, adding in just a little bit of warmth. But overall, it's a good bass that's just fun and engaging for a $200 closeback headphone. It's fun. Moving into the mids. The mids do have a little bit of warmth to them, and there is a little bit of bleed from the bass. And then going into the upper mids, there is some elevation, and there can be a little bit of forwardness, and borderline a little too much, but it never really became too fatiguing to me unless you went too high up on the volume knob. And I found that the mids have a kind of an engagement factor. The vocals have a spotlight to them, and they are very what's the word? Just emotional. You can really kind of feel the music and get engaged with it. And I find that the mids though do have a couple little flaws that kind of bother me, and that is note weight is somewhat light, and it can come across as being a little bit thin at times. That can be fixed with a source pairing. So if you have a source that has a little bit more of an emphasis on the mids and maybe adds in a little bit more warmth to it, it'll add some fullness and lushness to the mids of the 99 Neo. And then the other thing about the mids is with that elevation in the uppers, it does throw off some timbre at times. Along with that thinness also throws off the timbre of instruments like woodwinds, brass instruments, pianos, and strings can sound a little bit off at times. They can sound a little bit too thin, a little bit too pushed, and at times can sound a little bit stretched. But overall, The mids are very engaging, and as I said, that you can get an emotional connection, but you just have to get the right synergy. Treble. Treble extends nicely. The lower treble does have a little bit of an emphasis, and there's a little bit of sparkle and sizzle there. Not enough to be fatiguing and annoying and be in anything like that, but it does have a little bit of a zip to things. And I find that just like the mids, the tone and timbre is a little bit on the thin side and can sound a little bit on the artificial side. Things can sound a little bit plasticky at times. But overall, the treble has good air and space, and it has enough of a presence about it to keep things flowing and sound, for the most part, natural, minus the aspect of being a little bit on the thin side, as mentioned, along with that plasticky timbre at times. Soundstage of the 99 Neo is pretty good. I was rather impressed by the closeback version having a nice stage. There's an okay amount of width to it. It's not anything that's going to compete with open backs, but it does a decent job of portraying different sizes of venues, small, medium, and large. And you can get a nice depth to it. You can read into the stage a little bit, and there's good layering also as well, keeping instruments and vocalists separated out and giving them their own little space. It's not a huge space, but overall it doesn't sound intimate and cozy either. The 99 Neo does a decent job with imaging. It's not the most precise and accurate, but you can definitely tell right and left, and as things move across the stage, it's kind of more in this neighborhood versus being more specific. Detail, retrieval, and resolution is good for a $200 headphone. I was rather impressed at how much details it does provide. I do wish that it was a little bit more resolving. It is a little bit on the more harsh side of things in the uppers at times, and it can be a little bit glassy and glary. And then the bass struggles with being muddy and a little bit on the bloated side in the main bass and upper bass regions. But overall, it's a pretty good detail and retrieval and resolution headphone for a $200 price point. Tone and timbre, as mentioned, is pretty much average when it comes to tone and timbre. It's mostly natural, but it does have a little bit of a thinner note weight, and then also it can have a little bit of plasticiness, especially in the upper mids and lower treble regions, and things can just sound a little bit off. It's not to the point where it's off-putting. I don't ever want to listen to them, but it is a little bit of a more of an unnatural tone and timbre than it is a natural tone and timbre. The 99 Neo, how does it compare to its sibling, the 99 Classic? Now, the 99 Classic, as mentioned, is very similar. It does have wood cups, and I think the wood cups make the difference when it comes to comparing these two. And that is because the 99 Classic has a little bit more of a full sound to them. They're a little bit more lush. They're a little bit more engaging in the mids, and it has a little bit more of an evenness throughout. But the main thing that to mention between the two is tone and timbre. The 99 Classic has a more natural tone and timbre. Note weight is a little bit more full and engaging, and also at the same time it just replicates with a more natural reproduction of instruments to lifelike. They just sound more accurate. The tone and timbre of the 99 Classic, I think, is the big difference between the two. They're very similar when it comes to all the other features. The 99 Classic does have a little bit more of a cozy feature feeling than the 99 Neo, which is a little bit more airy. But other than that, it's the tone and timbre that sets them apart. The 99 Classic has that organic, natural feel, and the 99 Neo unfortunately struggles with a little bit of plasticky thinness. So the Meze Audio 99 Neo, I like these, and I'm rather impressed for $200, but I would personally get the 99 Classic for a little bit more money. Now, Meze also sent over another device, and that is their new boom mic, and this is capable to be used, or compatible to be used with any headphone that uses 3.5 inputs. So it's not just for the 99 Neo or the 99 Classic. It is for anything that uses those type of inputs. And I'm not much for a user of these types of cables. Even for gaming, I do not use microphones. I am a solo player now. I don't go online. I just play at home in my spare time, playing my little sports games and racing games all by myself. I don't get online. But I did test this out and used this cable to make some phone calls and to do some voice chat. And I found that this cable is actually quite good. Now, it is a little bit on the swervy side. It's not as smooth as the stock cable. I also found that this cable is a little bit more of harder to drive, so you do have to use a little bit more power to get these to sound good, and it doesn't sound near as good playing music. I found that it's best using it as a voice chat, but it just connects and looks like this. You can move your microphone wherever. It has a nice flex, and then you have your controls into split, and this cable's a lot longer. It's probably about 6 foot long, and it terminates with 3.5, but they also include a splitter cable in case you need one. And so overall, it's just a nice cable that they include. This cable does cost $80. So if you're a gamer and you want a cable that works with anything that uses 3.5 duals and looks good, is a Meze product and has a nice big long cable, I recommend using the boom mic from Meze. It worked for my usage. As I mentioned, I did not go online. I used it in personal use and also with voice chat. I'm not much of a gamer these days, but if you're looking for an alternate cable in that style, check out the Meze boom mic. All right, so getting back to the 99 Neo, this is a very good little headphone. I do like this a lot, but I do prefer the 99 Classic. But if you're looking for something portable, easy, light, and it just plays with any dongle, DAP, or desktop, or whatever you're carrying around with you, and on the go, and it looks really cool, as a 99 Neo. Yeah, pretty good. It's been Dave, the Honest Audiophile. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Speaking of next video, somewhere on screen, subscription links and notification bells. If you haven't already, please check those off. Don't forget to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to the video. Check out all the links down below. There's all kinds of information down there regarding how you can contact channel, follow channel, support the channel. And speaking of supporting the channel, I want to thank my supporters through Patreon and YouTube memberships. Thank you very much for all that you provide. I also want to thank my supporters who have given one-time gifts. That is much appreciated as well. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, you can do it through one-time gifts with PayPal, Venmo, and also YouTube. And then if you want to do monthly subscriptions where you can get added benefits like access to videos early and other benefits like Discord and all kinds of other things. So that's available through monthly subscriptions with Patreon and YouTube memberships. If you're interested in supporting the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. Also down below, there's all kinds of other information, how you can contact the channel, follow channels, supporting the channel, gear recommendations, music recommendations, and all kinds of other things are listed down below. So don't forget to check out all the links. And lastly, don't forget to enjoy the music, and that honesty is the best policy.